Yeah, look who it is. I know I've been gone for a bit, but I'll talk about it in a second. We have more important things to discuss. One thing I do want to say before discussing, thank you to these two bozos for being my channel members. I love y'all. And besides that, alright, what's good, it's Worm. In today's video, we got the return of the king. The infinite talent bug is back in all of its glory, but probably not for long. I'm making this video because, as we know, the last time the talent bug was patched, it was due to it being leaked in the comp scene. And from what I heard from a few people, this is exactly what's going on right now, as it has been leaked in Deep League. So guess what's gonna happen? It's just a matter of time before people leak this method to everyone, and we're gonna get the same stuff happening again, with people making busted builds, abusing them in Chime, and so on. So I talked with the person who found this bug originally, and he wanted me to make a video to explain it. For those who are curious who actually found the bug, their name is XXCollab. He was the one who actually showed me that this bug existed and how it even worked. I'm actually really surprised that actually happened again. But without further ado, I'm actually going to show you guys how this bug works. The infinite talent bug, unlike its name, is not actually infinite. It instead gives you a set amount of talents based on a few factors. These factors are determined by how many times you've interacted with the Shrine of Division, as well as how many Mantra hands you've taken. The less Mantra hands you have taken, the more talents you can get. From what I know, the most you could do this is about 12 to 13 times, getting you 2 talents each time. So realistically, this isn't infinite, but getting an extra 24 to 26 talents on a build is a very powerful ability. That's almost like 9 levels worth of talents. Pretty much making you a power 30 build in terms of talents alone, which, I gotta be honest, is kinda crazy. And to do this, it's still the same as always by using, guess what? Drumroll please. GUI stacking! Who could have guessed? This time, we use a mantra card hand to stack the GUIs instead of a macro. So real quick, I'll show you guys how to do the bug first, and then I'll actually explain it after so you guys can actually understand what's going on, and hopefully so this can get fixed. So first, what you need to do is fill up all your mantra slots. This is mainly just your combat mantra slots and your wildcard slots, so that when you get a normal combat mantra available and you eat it, it will give you the GUI popping up to replace it. You can get a spare mantra and fill up all the slots by using monster mantras. You can do this by getting things such as Pumpkin Pitch, Coral Spear, and any of the other combat mantra parts. You can also get an extra normal mantra by doing the quest at Vigils to get the mantra. Once you have done this, you need to get a mantra card hand at the top of your screen. You can get this mantra card hand one of 3 ways. Level up to power 2, use the Shrine of Unification to turn 2 talents into mantra cards, or use the Shrine of Temptation to get the mantra card hand back, which is what we'll be using later. Once you've filled up all your slots and you have your spare mantra, we can start the GUI stack. Again, I'll explain how this whole thing works after, but just for now, I'll show you step by step. So step 1, what you want to do is eat your spare mantra and then get the replace GUI on your screen. Then what you want to do is you want to pick a combat mantra from the mantra card hand. Then once you pick the card from the mantra card hand, you could click none. Then once you've clicked none, you could eat your mantra again. Don't worry, just follow the process. Once you've eaten the mantra again, you could click none again. Then once you have done this, you could walk to the Shrine of Division, say yes, you want to trade in the mantra, and then trade in the mantra that you were just holding, being the one that you just ate. Then once you have replaced it and gotten your talents, you will not want to click none or cancel, as this is what will avoid your mantra. You then have to replace another combat mantra by clicking on anything else. And by doing this, it'll give you back the mantra, essentially giving you a free talent hand. Then once you do this, you can go back to the Shrine of Temptation, get a mantra card hand, and simply repeat this until you hit the limit. I'll tell you guys what some of the prompts are so we can actually help you understand what they mean, and then I'm also going to actually explain how the GUI stacking actually works and why this is still a bug. If the shrine says you are too narrow, that means you physically have no cards that you're able to roll. So what you need to do is you need to go invest some points so you can unlock some new cards. It's best to invest your initial points into something with a lot of talents like Willpower or Charisma. Then you have the other main message. Once you get the message Beyond Atom Beyond Quirk, that means you have hit your limit, you can no longer do this bug. This will usually happen around 9 to 12 times of doing this, and the amount of times you can do it, again, depends on how many mantras you have taken beforehand through leveling up. Just want to let you guys know that the Shrine 4 mantra hands do not count, so you can actually use the shrines all you want for this. So now, let's actually get on to how this bug actually works, and it all has to do with the silly little Shrine of Division. As we all know, the shrine works by taking a mantra hand and turning it into 2 talents. The bug works essentially by equipping the mantra you had open in the GUI after you turned it into talents. So to fix this, they made a GUI detection to stop you from having the GUI open while you're using the shrine. Unfortunately, the shrine has a bad way of detecting if you have the GUI open. It'll only check if you have 1 GUI open and not more than 1. So I'll make a visual guide real quick to help you guys understand how the GUI stack is working. We can think of the Shrine of Division like an on-off switch. On letting you use it, and off meaning that it detects you have a GUI open. And for the actual GUIs, I'll use these little cards. So what we do first is we start with no GUIs. The Shrine Division is in an on state. Then we eat our first mantra. The shrine turns off. Then we take the mantra from our little card hand. Now we have 2 GUIs open, but one is behind the other. So I'll represent this by actually showing you guys the two of them. However, the shrine is still off and it doesn't actually know the difference between there being one GUI or there being two GUIs. And this is where the fall is. By clicking none on either of the GUIs, the shrine will go back into the on state and not actually check if you have a GUI on the screen. But here's the issue. Since the GUI stack back to front in the order that you got them, we have to shuffle the deck a little bit. So here's what we have to do. This is the GUI from the matcha card that we got in here, and not for the one that we're rerolling. If we use this, we will not get the card back. And what we actually have to do is we have to have the GUI for the card that we're actually rerolling. So what we need to do is we need to do it again. And here's where the next fault comes in. Since we clicked none on the first GUI, the game doesn't actually think that we have a GUI open. So what it'll let us do is it'll let us eat our mantra again, opening another GUI right behind the first. Then what we could do is we could click none on the first one, and then the game thinks again we have no GUI open. The shrine has gone back from an off state back to on. So what we could do is we could go to the shrine, talk to it, turn in the mantra, get it back, and boom. So hopefully with that in-depth baby explanation, this bug can actually get fixed for once so people can stop worrying about it. I gotta be honest, let's see how long they take to fix this, because I gotta be for real. Every time this has happened, it's been fixed pretty quick, but I gotta be honest, it's always come back just as quick. So, I don't know. Anyways, besides that, I also just want to say sorry for my absence. I don't really got much to say besides life is going on. I got my job to deal with. Hold on, let me censor that for you guys. I didn't want to scare any of you. I got my studies at university to deal with. I'm going to see if I could get back into uploading more, but who knows? I'll try to do my best. At least for now, I can say thank you for staying till the end of the video. I also again want to thank my 2 channel members, Ramen and Burger. Y'all are so fucking awesome. I appreciate the support so much. I love you guys. You genuinely have no idea how much I appreciate this. Also, since I know people are going to ask, I'm still working on my full macroing tutorial. It should be able to answer almost every possible issue or question I can think of with macros. So once that's out, I'll throw it in my Discord so people can stop asking me the same question 15 times when I already answered it. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.